Hi guys, this is your English language teacher and IELTS trainer Maha, and welcome to another Let's Have a Conversation live video on both my Facebook EnglishOCanada page and the YouTube channel EnglishOCanada. All right, so I'm also just sharing this on different pages. And again, we all know the format of this session. Once I have enough people over here, I can then send you a link where you can join by either copying this onto your browsers or just copy paste. Basically that's what you need to do. All right, so we've got a few people over here. Sumbul, assalamu alaikum, how are you? Good to see you here. Suman Saho says hi. Muhammad Ali Tusi says salam alaikum salam. Welcome here, Muhammad Ali Tusi. Ghulam Dastagir says hi. Hello. Muhammad Kashif says hi, sweet teacher. Hello. So I'm going to be posting the link over here. And to join this live stream, all you have to do is copy and paste this in your browsers, or just open up your browser and type up the address, which is showing right here. Muhammad Hanif, please avoid sending personal comments on this live stream. I would really appreciate it. It doesn't look nice. All right, so guys, if you're interested in having a quick conversation with me over here, then you can join this live stream. The address is right on the screen. Please copy that onto your browsers, click the link, and you would enter the broadcast studio, and I will then bring you onto this live stream and we can have a quick chit chat. And that's what I come here for, a quick chit chat with anybody who's interested in practicing their English language skills, in practicing, whoever's interested in practicing their conversation, probably building up their confidence or anything of that sort that is related to spoken English. So if you're interested in joining this live stream, then please copy and paste that onto your browsers. I'm just going to change that, edit it, and put it up. Okay, so I've put it up on my personal page as well, and hopefully I can have some of my friends joining me on this live stream, and also have more people joining this live stream who are interested in practicing their conversation here with me. So, as usual, I am going to just sit and wait for people to join this broadcast studio. I am here for an hour, so please avail this opportunity. We'll talk about different topics. Sometimes I come up with the tabletop topics, or we just discuss whatever is happening around the world, in your cities, whatever you're living, health-wise, financially, whatever it is. So different types of comments. So okay, so we have Mr. Muhammad Tusi. Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Wa alaikum salam.
So it's my first time
watching
over
your
here.
live videos on Hisham. Perfect. Good to see you here. I've been watching your live videos on Hisham's page. Good job.
Thank you.
Okay, so tell us about yourself.
Okay, where should I start? Born in England, West Yorkshire.
Okay.
And at the age of 7, we moved to Pakistan. So from 1983 onwards to 2003, I lived in Pakistan. From 2003 to end of 2007, I was in England. Then from 2008 to 2010, I was back in Pakistan. And then from 2010-11, I stayed there for a few months, not long. And now I'm in Pakistan. So that's my journey between England and Pakistan.
Okay, so you just back and forth.
Yeah, I've been coming back and forth.
Yeah. So basically, you've lived half your life.
More over here.
So, out of the two countries, which one do you prefer?
Well,
more in Pakistan. Which country do you prefer living in? Pakistan or
obviously Pakistan. Yeah. it's not that I don't get a home feeling in England. I do
Okay,
get
and why
that
is
home
that?
feeling. I do have a sense of belongingness to that place. Whenever I go to England, I try to actually see my birth town and
Mhm.
the house which we used to live in. But I do prefer Pakistan.
Mhm. Okay, any specific reasons why you prefer Pakistan over England?
Well, I've lived more over here. First of all, I've lived more in Pakistan than England. And the other thing is that most of my friends are over here. So now a lot of friends are scattered all over the world. So that's a different case. But I know more people over
Mhm.
here. I have some very good friends in England too. I have some very good friends in England. I have some academics who I'm still, forgive me, who I'm still in contact with, who are in England, and I do go there professionally. And yeah,
Okay, great. And what do you do?
I'm a consultant. I'm a consultant and I'm a trainer.
Okay.
Yeah, it's for Lean Six Sigma and change management. It's a very specialized, very
Okay.
specialized area. Yeah.
Okay. And can you tell us more about it? I have no clue what is
You have
lead and
no
what
clue?
is Sigma and all
Okay,
that stuff.
so Lean Six Sigma is all about reducing waste and increasing accuracy and precision in the system. While change management is whenever there's a change, where there's turbulence, and how to change, and going from the journey from one to managing the journey from one A to B. Managing that transition is more about change management, which is more of the people side of change. So there's one hard part of change, which is what is being changed, and there's another part which is the people side of change. So that's what we call change management. Yeah.
Okay, so you're basically work towards ensuring the fact that corporations or organizations are not spending too much extra on what they feel is necessary, but also helping them streamline
What the
how they should
customers feel.
be
Yeah.
spending
Yeah. What the
their
customers feel.
budgets.
No. The organization can feel whatever they want to. That's irrelevant.
Okay.
The organization can feel whatever they want to. They might feel whatever they're doing is good anyways, but that doesn't mean it's good. So it's reducing waste based on value, what the customer considers value. So the bigger the corporations, the more incompetent or the more inefficient the system is. That's a very basic thing. So a lot of big companies actually have the feeling that they are really good and they are doing the
Right.
best job and they don't waste. And it's just that they don't realize what waste is. So yeah. So it's based on what the customer values, not what they think. They can think whatever they want
Okay.
to.
So can you give me an example of what is considered as a wastage?
Let's say extra time,
Okay. So can you
spending
give us an
extra time.
example of what you think or
Okay, let's say we're in a meeting. Let's say we're in a meeting, which is for a
Mhm.
specific reason, and how many extra people are in that meeting? That's a waste. How long are we taking that meeting? Have we gone more than what the minimum needed in that meeting is? And so that's a very basic thing. And like emails, so many people, we actually just copy every Tom, Dick, and Harry in an email, and every minute counts. I mean, in productivity, every minute counts. Even if you can actually open an email and not read it and just close it, or maybe even delete it, it would still take 30 seconds or maybe at least a minute to
Mhm.
decide whether you're going to read it or not. So if you add on so
Yeah.
many, if you're getting let's say 300, 400 unnecessary emails, you can well imagine how much that means in productivity. That's total unproductive. So there are a lot of things like this. I mean, waiting, uh, something which has been created and waiting to be processed. As far as the customer is concerned, it should actually happen when the customer wants it. The customer has nothing to do with, I mean, your internal
Mhm.
systems. I mean, why should you actually bother about your internal systems? Organizations are supposed to exist because of customers. The customers don't exist because of organizations.
Right.
So it's a mindset. It's a
Right.
mindset. It's actually a different way of thinking, and it's a different way of actually when we go into Six Sigma, it is finding out the root cause of a problem, which is a big problem, and finding out the root cause using scientific methods instead of just thinking, "Oh, I think this is a problem. Let's fix it." At least proving that the problem is because of a specific thing. Going from a big pile of problem, understanding the problem, and finding the small significant change which would impact the problem the most. That's what we do in Six Sigma. So that's how the accuracy and precision increases. It's all about variation, all about understanding the process, the behavior of the
Okay.
process.
Okay. So basically, fixing the organization to make sure that they're not
Yes,
having any sort of wastages, so that the customers can have a better experience and have better products and
that's
have
right.
better customer service.
Yeah,
Is that correct?
yeah, that you can
Okay,
call it.
sorry, I'm not from the business industry
No, no,
at
no.
all. I'm
Obviously,
just
I understand
yeah.
that. I
So
mean,
for me, I
everyone
try
has
to
their own
negotiate.
thing, and yeah, and it's pretty complex. This Lean Six Sigma thing is pretty complex. Yeah, so it's pretty misunderstood sometimes.
Got it. Okay, okay. So how's the business in Pakistan? Do you
Well,
feel
interestingly,
that being in Pakistan, you need more of these sort of programs or this
they
direction?
need
Is it really
they need
necessary?
they won't survive. Maha, they
Yeah.
won't survive if they don't adopt. Period. Period. They won't survive if they won't.
Okay.
They won't survive if they won't. They won't survive if they don't improve. It can't sustain like this. So we need to improve. I mean, the Pakistani organizations need to improve. It's not that
Okay.
they don't
How
exist
different?
because yeah. What? Yeah. Maha, I can't hear you.
Okay, I think I'm back,
Oh, you're back.
but I'm waiting
Okay.
for
Okay.
Mr.
Yeah.
Muhammad to
Yeah.
show up again. It's saying that my Wi-Fi is a little slow here and my
Okay.
connection is unstable.
Okay. I'm here.
Okay, I'm watching this on my screen.
Yeah, I'm here. Oh, you've gone. Ah. Well, while she's gone, actually, the first time over here, so I'm not even supposed to. I don't even know what I'm supposed to. Ah, you're back. You're back.
Yes. I live in Canada and the internet over here is like really bad.
Hey, I thought it must be actually fast because in England it's very fast. In England, I mean, 50 MB is a basic.
No, I think the internet in Pakistan is much stronger. Right. Over here
Okay.
too as well. But then I have no idea why ever since the COVID started and everyone's kind of
Everyone's
like
using
staying
it.
at home, gone
Yeah, everyone's
online. So I
using it.
guess they're not
Everyone's
using
using it.
the pressure. Yes,
Everyone's using it. That's right.
exactly. Yeah. So it dies on certain days and it's like really bad. So I faced this issue a couple of weeks ago again, when we started off with going, working from home and all that stuff. And the first 1 week, it was a disaster. It's getting better, but I guess we kind of opened up the lockdown a bit. So I have no idea what's happening. I've paid my bills, so I know that's not a problem. But it will come back. It's the revival of the internet.
Yeah.
So tell me, how would you differentiate between a Pakistani mindset or the mindset of an organization that's based in Pakistan and one that's based in the West? There are many organizations that are in the West and also have their offices in Pakistan, but they have to go through a lot of changes. They have to go through a lot of, tweaks in how they work. How different are these two systems?
The two different cultures.
The mindsets,
Two
basically.
different cultures. Two different cultures. Two different cultures. even an organization which has an office in Pakistan, the culture in Pakistan is different from the culture in England or the West. So the earlier the organizations understand that there's going to be a cultural difference, the better it is, because then they could actually plan according to that and deal according to that. And they should not. There something really important for the organizations, both in Pakistan and in the West, is that because of the culture difference, whatever is right in one place does not necessarily mean is going to be right in the other place. It could be right, but it could be culturally not fit. Yeah, I would say that the focus should be more on productivity. The focus should be more on delivering value than the focus of actually having exactly the same process over there and exactly the same process over here. It should be the end output should be value to the consumer. So that's the main difference. And
Okay.
yeah, a
Okay.
lot of people
So-
actually think they are doing very. Most organizations, especially the multinationals, consider themselves very productive. Believe me, no.
Right.
Neither in the West.
They're not.
Neither in the West.
Yeah.
I have
And I think
I have received a
Yeah.
training in
Neither
British
in-
Aerospace. I have received a training in British Aerospace back in 2007 in Farnborough. They were worried about at that training they had called the people from the defense production of industry. They were worried about their productivity. They were worried about their survival because of systematic incompetence, or I would say system errors. So I mean, we're not even near that.
Yes.
So if they were worried, and they were worried even, I mean, I'm talking about 13 years ago now. Yeah, they were worried back in the days. And they were rightly worried because the Japs were making what they were making at the same time before World War II. The Japs were making, instead of 30 minutes, in 5 minutes, and the Brits were making the same thing which they were making before World War II in 30 minutes. They were still making it in 30 minutes. So I mean, they questioned, how are we going to survive when the Japs have improved and we haven't?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So again, it's the mindset, and it's also, being able to it's the fact that you have to be open to a change, and then also be open to knowing where the weaknesses are and where you want to be in the next 5 to 10 years, and then kind of like a self-analysis that we do on human beings, on ourselves. Then I guess corporations also do a self-analysis, and then obviously they get
they should do it. They should do self-reflection, and everyone should always actually, all organizations should actually take a step back and think, why do they exist? And based on whatever the reason is why they exist, they should then gear everything towards that.
Right.
And they should realize that at the end of the day, it's the consumers which pay the bills. It's not them.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay, great. So how this works over here is that I do live conversation classes. I do have people coming in, we have a quick chit chat. We get to know each other. I don't really focus much on the pronunciation as such, but the only focus that I have is to be able to fluently speak in the language. So I've got Adil here. He's a banker. So I'm going to bring up, so I'm going to bring him on. He's one of my regular students. I have about 5, 6 of them who come on a regular basis, and we have different topics that we discuss, or we just have a chit chat, So I'm going to bring him on here, and I'm going to go back end so you guys can have a conversation. He can ask you questions. You can ask him questions. And again, practice. You don't need English practice. Your English is pretty good. But then it's always good to have somebody they can all speak to. Hi, Adil. How are you?
Hi.
I'm fine. What about you?
Good. Okay. I'm going to go back end, and then it's going to be Mr. Muhammad Ali. Great. So both of you are going to have a conversation. Adil, please feel free to ask any questions that you need to. Get to know him more. Ask him about himself, what he does, and the same goes for Mr. Muhammad as well. Get to know.
Okay. Hi, Adil. How are you?
Assalamualaikum, sir.
Walaikum assalam. Walaikum assalam. So where are you
I'm
based
quite
in?
fine. What about you, sir?
Alhamdulillah. Where are you based in?
Sorry, sir.
Which city are you based in?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Which city
Well,
are you
I'm
based
from
in?
Pakistan. My city is Sialkot. Sialkot.
Sialkot. Okay, nice. And what do you do for a living?
Professionally, I'm a banker. I'm working in a bank as
Which
officer.
bank?
Uh,
Which
what?
bank are you working in?
Sorry.
Which bank are you working in?
Allied Bank, ABL.
Allied Bank. Okay, nice, nice. The head office is right near my house. Your Allied Bank head office is near my house. It's yeah, I live in Malton.
Kalma Tower.
Yes, it's not that far. Yeah, I don't live in Kalma Chowk, but actually I live near that.
Okay.
I'm not very far from
So
there.
what do you like? Okay,
So how long have you
that's
been a banker?
What do you like to do?
What do I like to do? Well, what do I like to do? I like to outreach people. I like to interact with people. I like to share knowledge. And I'm basically a trainer and consultant.
Okay, right, fine. Are you living in Pakistan or somewhere else?
I'm living in Pakistan. Yeah, currently I'm living in Pakistan.
Are you good name Muhammad?
My name is Muhammad Ali Tusi.
Very nice. In which organization you are working?
I work for myself. I have clients. Yeah.
Okay, very good, very good.
Assalamu alaikum. We just have someone new. Can you please introduce yourself?
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Harun from Rawalpindi, Pakistan.
Okay, hi Harun. So what do you do for a living?
I'm running a restaurant.
Ah, nice. What type of restaurant?
It's a kind of Italian cuisine, you can say. We
Italian
are selling
cuisine.
pizzas, pastas, and steaks,
nice.
like these things.
Nice. Have you ever had a
What
pizza
about
from?
you?
Well, I'm actually a trainer and consultant. I'm a trainer and consultant. Yeah. And how have you ever had pizza outside of Pakistan or in the West?
Yeah, I've been working in Dubai, you know, not
Okay,
in the
Dubai.
West, but Dubai. Yeah.
So, what's the difference between the pizza over there and the pizza over here? Similar or different?
I think so. The pizza here in Rawalpindi, Pakistan, is better than the pizza in Dubai, you know.
Yeah. And actually, if you go to, I'm telling you, from my experience, if you go to Switzerland and buy a pizza from a local Italian shop, believe me, it's just going to be like a naan and something on it.
Exactly.
So the concept of pizza which we have and the concept over there is pretty different.
Yeah, it's totally different. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty different. Yes, that's because every region has its own.
What about you, Adil?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Adil, please introduce yourself.
Okay,
well,
so the topic that I'm
Mr.
going to give you.
I'm from Sialkot.
All right, hi, I'm back again. All right,
yes,
so the topic. Yes, so the topic that I'm going to give you right now is, I'm actually just going to put it over here as well. If I can edit it. Okay, it's going to be, what are you doing these days to have a better life after COVID-19?
Ah, nice
so
topic.
These days,
to
have a better life after COVID.
She's saying, what are you doing?
Harun?
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you, you know. What you said I couldn't get.
Okay, can you hear me right now, Harun?
Yeah.
You can hear me? Okay. So the topic is that what are you doing these days to have a better life after COVID-19?
Interesting.
Okay, so I'm going to give you 30 seconds to think about it. And then we're going to start with Harun first, Adil, and then Muhammad Ali Tusi. I hope I'm saying your name correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
All right, Harun, are you ready?
Yeah, okay. I'll give it a try.
Sure, go ahead.
So usually I think I will continue my work, whatever I'm doing, but I will try to get some improvisation in this, I will try to focus on delivery. I will focus on takeaway, these things, because we were just concentrating on the dining process. So we were having a good business in that. But this COVID-19 really gave us a lesson that you should you give concentrations on your delivery as well. So because nowadays we cannot deal with the dining, so we are going for the delivery and takeaway. So we are not pretty good in that. We don't have much experience maybe, or we don't know how to concentrate on that. We don't know how to deal with those customers who are actually just calling for the delivery, or who is coming and just going to take away. So because we were in practice, the customer will come, he will sit, he will order, we will prepare order according to him, and if he has some issues, he will say, okay, make it this, we will do at that time. But in delivery case or in takeaway, we cannot, because he will call from his home that this thing is missing, so we cannot do anything. So we are just thinking about that. We will focus on that after the things will come normal. We will try to set that pattern. We will continue the delivery. We will continue the takeaway with the dining. So we will concentrate on that. How to make better delivery. How to make a better order when someone is going to take away.
Yeah, would
Okay,
you mind
great.
if I actually, if I just talk about this? I would
Sure.
like to actually talk. Yeah, Harun, I have a advice for you. It's up to you
Mm-hmm.
whether you want to actually consider it or not. When
No,
your
my
problem
pleasure,
is,
my pleasure.
yeah, your problem at the moment is delivery, and your problem is that if there is any difference between what the customer expected and what you have delivered, you cannot do anything about that. So now your
Exactly.
whole thing, now your a lot of things which you're doing is basically dependent on the person who could understand the customer properly when he takes a call and translate that understanding to whoever is in the next process. So you need to make sure that whoever's taking that order takes the complete order and gives the complete uh, order to the next person or in the process. So what you need to do is you need to actually maybe bifurcate your process and think about it as a whole thing and bifurcate it as small as you can. Make it as minute as you can. Look at every single step, think why that step exists, take out steps which you don't need, and make sure that you instill quality from the very beginning. That
No,
in that
we
way
are
you would,
not.
yeah,
We
in
are
that way you would
completely
actually most probably
concentrating.
improve. Yeah.
We are completely concentrating on the quality,
Okay.
but the difference comes, when you are going to order here in the restaurant. You don't need to ask for the salt and pepper, extra sauces, because they are already available on the table.
Yes.
So nobody cares about that. If it's uh, chili sauce is label lesser than the customer required, he just takes and put more. You
Yes.
know,
So yeah, that's
but
that's exactly why we need to actually concentrate on customer experience. On the customer experience, the customer used to experience much more things than just the pizza. And when we're giving a pizza, we need to understand that it's not a pizza what we're giving the person an experience. So if you actually
exactly.
if you start thinking like that and you start creating your value according to that, you inshallah your business would become much better.
Yeah, in case of pizza, you can make it fix. But kind of sauces, used to give in a steak, that matters.
Yes.
Somehow, sometime customer don't want the chili sauce. He doesn't want the maximum sauce. Sometimes he wants the more sauce, whatever the we are giving a quantity we
Yeah.
fixed, the this portion of sauce we will give. So in that case, it comes, you
Yes.
know,
So that's
we don't
exactly
know the
what. Yeah.
exactly we
Yeah.
don't know the exactly mentality of a customer,
Yes. That's why know
because
the
we
customer
give,
is very important.
yeah, We are
That's why know
giving
your
the standard
customer.
size, you know.
You know, you can
Some people say it's
actually, Harun, you can also have a role play, you know. So amongst your staff, let's say one day you become the customer and you tell your staff, okay, we're going to have a training to see and understand what a customer wants, right? And you become a customer and you become a very tough customer. You're not an easy customer, okay? And then you ask for a specific order, right? And then the person who is on the other end of the phone, which is obviously somebody from your pizza parlor or your cafe, the restaurant, you know, train them, give them a script that, okay, whatever is available in the restaurant, whether it is to do with your sauces, whether it's to do with your dips, it's to do with your salt and peppers, the napkins, you know, plastic spoons, disposable spoons and forks and things like that, have pictures of that on a chart, because obviously everybody comes with a different background of understanding, right? And ask them to checklist that, okay, have I asked these questions to the customer? Yes or no? So make it a routine for them, because you are then becoming their educator, because it's your business you're running at the end of the day, right? Maybe
exactly.
it will take much longer time for them to get adapted to it, but then eventually they will get used to the fact that, okay, this is exactly what I need to ask the customer, because sometimes somebody at a restaurant who's answering the phone doesn't ask the right questions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You are right.
Right.
We do this
So
kind
have
of
a role
practice,
play
but
with them.
still there's a
Yeah,
room, you know, room to improve.
Yeah, Harun, room
there's
to improve
always
is
room
always
for.
going to be there. Yeah, it's always going
Yeah.
to
Exactly.
be there.
And then Harun, you're more than welcome to get in touch with Mr.
Uh,
Muhammad Ali Tusi as well. He's going to tell us more about himself, but he is a consultant and he consults organizations, small businesses, large businesses on, you know, how to have a more effective business strategy and all that stuff that comes with it. Okay, so please
Exactly.
do
I
feel
wish,
free
I
to
wish, I
connect
wish.
with.
Muhammad
Yeah.
Ali, you must leave your contact and things in the comment box so I can copy from there. So we can,
I just contact me on my Facebook. My number is not public, but you could
yeah,
just actually search me on.
I'll search you on Facebook, right?
Yeah, search me on Facebook.
Okay,
Exactly.
great. So Adil, please tell us, what are you doing these days to have a better life after COVID-19? Adil?
well, ma'am, COVID-19 is a is a great issue. Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yes,
hear you.
yes,
Hello. Can you hear me, ma'am?
We can hear you.
Yes, we
yes.
can.
Yeah. Well, ma'am, COVID-19 COVID-19 is the great issue for all of us. But there are some opportunities. We need to find out some opportunities uh, in COVID-19. Nowadays, I am doing no. I put myself in to exercise. I offer the prayers and recite the Holy Quran and preparing my exams, which are going to be held maybe in August. So in my point of view, we cannot escape ourselves from problems. We have to stay with problems. We can eliminate them with the passage of times. If there is no problem, then how can we survive? Then there is no need of us. So we cannot say that we we can make our customer go all the time happy. It is not possible. There should be some angry customers who can let tell us what should we do in order to you know in order to satisfy them. So um, I don't believe in these things to have a one-way traffic. There might be difficulties come to us in order to make us more strong and make us to bring some new idea in the market. So we have to ready for all the things. This is all about me.
Okay, okay. Mr. Muhammad Ali Tusi, have you got the answers to yours? What are you doing these days to have a
What am
better
I
life?
doing these days? Well,
Yeah.
I've actually done three things,
Okay.
which is going to make my life easier, better, post COVID-19. First, I started exercising and diet. I dieted, and I've already lost 10 kilograms during the lockdown. I used to. I
Diet,
mean, you look at my
natural,
previous
not
pictures.
diet.
Huh? What? Exercise and diet, both. exercise and diet. Alhamdulillah, I've actually increased my stamina to do elliptical up to 95 minutes. But I increase it gradually. I didn't actually jump to 95 in the beginning. One, I have created a training which has my own stamp. I created it from scratch, from different sources, from 52 unique books to be precise. And the other thing which I've done is that I've got a contract to deliver trainings in Thailand, Asian Institute of Technology Extension, and I would be the trainer, and I will be bringing other trainers. And that contract negotiation started during COVID-19, and it's already been signed and sealed. And initially, while I am during COVID-19, it's starting during COVID-19 because it's going to be digitally. It's going to be digitally actually delivered initially. So that's the three things. I reduce weight. I have developed a product, which is a training, and I have signed a contract outside of Pakistan during this time, and would be delivering it during COVID and after COVID too.
From home. That's really great.
Well, from home it's going to be during COVID. Yeah, it's just it's an export. It's an export, and it's a specialized training. It's a specialized training.
Exactly.
Okay, great. So the question comes to me now. Obviously, me being the teacher over here and
I
me
want to
leading
ask you one
this
question.
conversation,
What
it would be
about
very unfair if I did not answer this question and then just moved on to the next topic. Yes.
well, ma'am? I
Sorry,
want to ask
say
you
that
one
again,
question.
Adil.
What is the? Do you think? What is the impact of? What is the impact of COVID-19 on environment, on weather? We have no beautiful weather over here and everywhere due to due to closing of industries.
Due to lockdown, yeah.
Weather gets better than before.
Maha is asking
Yep.
you what
I'm talking about weather. It gets better than before due to COVID-19.
he's just asked you what do you think about the climate change or the weather becoming better.
Okay,
She's actually just she's dropped down. Well,
Yeah, her internet is not working properly.
yeah, her internet is a bit slow, or maybe too many people in Canada are actually using the internet at the same
yeah,
time.
my internet is bad.
Yeah, exactly. We can add 6 people on the StreamYard.
I think maybe it's the bad weather that is causing my internet to be down as well.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, I can answer instead of. I would like to answer because we don't. We're not doing so many. We're not emitting. The world is not emitting greenhouse gas emissions. That's why I believe that the Earth is healing. The ozone, the depletion is reducing, and not only reducing, is actually getting better. And for all the people who actually thought that the climate change is not human induced, I think that's the answer.
Yeah.
That when we weren't making any.
It says,
Yeah, this is the answer. This is proof. This is a proof. This is a proof which everyone can see. I mean, we can see that the air is. I mean, Lahore wasn't livable. Simple. The air in Lahore was below the standards,
There's
and
no
if they would have, if they would have actually, in certain times, if they would have actually applied the law, they would have had to seal Lahore because it was in certain times. It has been the air quality is way below human normal livable conditions. So
because the factories are closed, the emitting of smoke is not there, so it became pretty good.
Yes, you can see the sky. You can see the sky
we
better.
can see. It's blue now.
Yes, it's
Before
blue
it
now.
was pink,
And there was haze in the. There used to be haze in the air, and there used to be smog, and fog, and all those things. And now it's just getting better because all the planes are not flying. So there was a huge gas emissions because of planes. It's not only the factories; it's the planes. It's the fact that we travel so much, and we have actually learned. We have learned that we don't need to travel to get everything done. I got a contract signed without using a paper, without going to the customer who is in a different country. I did not even use a courier. Everything happened digitally,
Yeah, we
and I
learn many
haven't.
things,
And
you
it's
know.
Yeah.
my yeah, and my contract is with the training wing of a university.
That's really great.
So yeah, so it's possible. I
Because
mean,
we
it's
learn
possible.
how to live a simple life, you know.
Yes,
We can live without restaurants. We can live without going out. We can live without any extra rush, you know, on roads. Without using the cars, without using many things, many, you know, many kind of functions. We don't need that much. We can live the life simply at home. We can work from home. We can deliver things without going out. There are possibilities because we are
yes.
facing now.
And the beauty of this, the beauty of COVID is that the distance, the competitive advantage of distance has reduced. So
Exactly.
now if you try, you can outreach to people outside of Pakistan much easier. It's much easier to do that because people are more accessible. Nearly everyone has gone digital, and
Exactly.
we have realized that you could actually do a meeting on Skype. You can do a meeting on Zoom, WebEx. You can do a meeting in which you can have 100 people, maybe even more, and it's you can still have it.
And more of all,
So
people are available now. People are available on
yes,
your internet, on your phones. They are available now. Before they were always busy.
Sir,
Call me later.
yes.
I'll call you back, and this and that. But now people are available. You can call them anytime. They are available. They will tell you, okay, I am available. I'll tell you the thing what you want to do, what I can help you, or what you can help me. Now they are available to each other.
Arsalan, hi Arsalan, how are you?
well, Mr. I want to ask you one question.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
This is Arsalan from
Yeah.
Karachi. It's been a long time. I haven't participated in the discussion. Actually, I used to participate. It's been a week or two, I guess. I didn't participate. I was
Arslan, if you
just
can
listening.
adjust a bit your camera.
Yeah, we can hardly see
Okay,
you. We can't see your face.
Yeah,
how
Yeah,
about
right
now?
that's
now,
better.
yeah, that's
That's
great.
better.
Actually, this is Arsalan from Karachi, Pakistan. I am a regular student of Miss Maha. So it's been a week. I didn't participate. So today I was thinking to participate, and I don't know the topic of discussion. If you guys remind
It's
me.
why. What are you doing these days to have a better life after COVID-19? What are you doing these days to have a better life after COVID-19?
What are we having these days to have a better life after COVID-19?
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Not what are we doing? What are you
Currently,
doing to have a better life after COVID-19? Are you doing anything? First of all, are you doing anything to have a better life or not? And after,
For
if you're doing something, then
instance,
what are you doing?
for instance, like for instance, what?
What you gonna do after the COVID-19? Simply.
No, no, no.
Actually,
That's not. It's what are you actually? Are you doing anything to have a better life after COVID-19, or are you just doing whatever you used to do before?
yes. As far as
any new thing?
I am concerned, I'm learning a new skill
Great.
in a leisure time. These days we have got plenty of time, so uh, I'm learning a new skill. After that, I will gonna utilize my skill in order to earn some bucks. Otherwise, life is normal. These days Ramadan is going on. We are a bit busy in prayers and all. Recitation of Holy Quran. and before Ramadan, we were just stuck at home. Nothing. It was quite tough at our end, in Pakistan, everything was closed. We are very much social, especially if I am concerned. I live in Karachi. I'm very social. I meet my friends on alternate days. So due to COVID-19, I was getting bored. But
So
now,
Arsalan, did you try doing web calls with WhatsApp? Did you try using Zoom? It's like what I started doing, instead of, I can't meet my friends, so what I do video calls.
I think we don't need Zoom. We have WhatsApp, we have Facebook
Okay.
Messenger, we have Skype. So it,
Okay.
but
So are you using that?
yeah, definitely we are doing conference calls.
But,
We
but
used to meet on alternate days, but now we are doing conference calls. We chit chat, we talk, we share our stories and all. So, but now I think things are getting much better in Karachi. I have seen today. I went out after Aftar. I've seen everything is getting better. Restaurants are open now. People were enjoying. I had a long ride this night, so I enjoyed
Restaurants are
after.
open in Karachi
Yes, from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. for delivery. Like if you go to McDonald's, if you go to
for takeaway
KFC,
and delivery. It's not for
but
dining.
they are not serving for dining,
Exactly.
definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
But things are getting
So
better.
it's not open like.
Yeah.
Not like before, but much better, much better. It's been 50 to
Yeah, but because I'm in the
55
restaurant business,
days.
so for me, takeaway and delivery is not open. It's
Harun,
still
where are
closed.
you from, brother? Where are you from?
Rawalpindi. I had before, with you. I
Yeah,
remember my first call.
we had a word. We had a word.
Yeah,
Yes, I remember you, Mr. Adil. I also recognized you. We had a word couple of times,
right.
but Mr. Muhammad Ali Tusi, if I'm not wrong,
Yeah.
this is the
I
right
am. It's first
pronunciation.
time I'm here. Yeah.
Okay,
To
you are
see.
first time. Where are you from, brother?
Well, I live in Lahore.
You live in Lahore. Currently, you are in Lahore.
Yes, I'm in Lahore.
Okay, but I was just listening. You people, you were telling Ma'am Maha that you used to live in UK before.
Yeah. I was born there.
Okay, you were
I was
born
born in
there.
UK. Yeah, I was born there.
Uh,
I've lived in UK. I've worked in UK, and I've studied in UK too. I did my
okay,
MBA from University of Surrey.
University of Surrey. Oh, Surrey Mahal is quite popular
I've seen
due
that.
to certain reasons. Okay,
Yeah,
renowned.
I've seen that.
so what did you study there?
Masters in Business Administration. I
MBA.
studied,
Okay,
yeah, and I did change management. My research was on change management.
okay. You did MBA or MPhil?
MBA.
MBA. Okay, that's wonderful. So you must have done your dissertation thesis for.
Yes, I've done, and my thesis was on the role of leadership in reducing resistance to change.
Oh, nice
So
topic.
what did
Nice
you
topic.
experience in that?
And what?
How
In
did it work?
how did that work? I think
Yeah.
that leadership has a basic role in controlling or reducing resistance to change. The
Hmm.
better the leadership is, the better the engagement with people is, the better the change would be managed. And it's all about engaging people. And we need to understand that resistance is part of the change process. So the leader also needs to
Indeed,
understand that people would resist,
indeed,
because humans are humans, and it
humans are
should be considered
humans.
part of the process.
They don't want change.
Yeah. Well, it's not that they don't want change. It's basically that they could be fearful. They could
It's
have their
Actually,
hard
own
for them to
apprehensions.
change,
we are living in a comfort zone. Whenever we think about something new, whenever we want to try something new at our ends, so there must be a resistance within ourselves. You know, if we want to change, if I want to change my laptop, if I want to change my mobile phone, and we are very much comfortable with our this phone, so
Reluctant.
you will
the
definitely
previous one,
you
yeah.
will be hesitant, you will be reluctant to do something new, to
Change.
try something new.
Yeah.
Similarly, Likewise, if you are going to make new friends and you are comfortable with your previous old friends, you would think
In
that
case of
why would I
social
make
circle, I would never prefer this.
you won't prefer new friends, making new friends?
I will never prefer to change the social circle, you know.
Okay.
This
You
is your
never
You
point
test
can
of
the
view,
circle.
increase,
brother.
but you
Increase
cannot
it.
change.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you
Maha's
can
actually
increase,
changed the
but you
topic.
cannot change.
Yeah. Maha's changed the topic. She says, which is worse, failing or not trying?
Uh,
Which is
Absolutely
worse,
failing.
Not
failing or not
trying, I
trying?
think so.
I
Not
think
trying.
not trying is definitely worse. If you haven't trying anything, how would you know that this is worst or this is best or this is good? I think you should try at least once. Uh, I I've got a writer. His name is Mark Manson. He have published his 2-3 very good books. You must have heard about what was the name of his book? A Subtle Art of Giving a Fuck. You must have heard the name of that book.
No, I actually think that falling or not trying, whenever we fall, we should actually try anyway. So failing,
Actually, failing. It's
failing or
failing.
not trying. I failed in grade 6.
You failed in what?
Oh,
Grade 6.
Okay.
I failed in
I
grade
think
6.
this topic is much related to failing in something new. It's not about academic failing or like this
Okay.
failing is
Yeah,
more related
that's
to
right.
making new friends, trying something new. Uh, like
If you're ambitious, you would try, and it's, I think, yes. If you're ambitious, you would try. It's nice. The feel of failure, the fear of failure can hold you back. Arslan, would you
indeed.
actually like to say anything?
Yes, as I said earlier, that you should try something new instead of if you have a fear of not trying. I think you should go for it. At least try it once. Until unless you won't try, how would you know that you are good or you are bad at doing this? You should go ahead without any hesitation, without any reluctance. You should go ahead. You should try it, and after trying, you will get to know about the results. I think there should be no fear inside us. This is the theory of fear as well. I have a fear of traffic. Whenever I go to into the traffic, like traffic jam as well, I
Okay.
cannot cross the road easily because I have a fear within
Okay,
me.
that's interesting because
It is
Karachi is very cramped. Karachi is very cramped,
very
and
very
there's
crowdy, very crowdy.
it's a lot of people. There are a lot of people live there. Whereabouts in Karachi do you live?
Actually, I live in Karsaz area. It's a cantonment
Kasta.
area basically.
Okay.
So whenever you go into the in office hours, if you go to Karachi main roads, you will see there is a lot of traffic. So I have a fear, and I've taken this thing to my personal psychologist. I do have a friend; he's a psychologist. I just discussed this fear, this you can say phobia, traffic phobia, with a friend of mine. He explained me each and everything. He explained me that if you have a fear of certain thing, you should expose yourself to that
do
fear
the same.
as much as possible. You should expose yourself into the traffic. If you have a fear, go there again and again. This way you will overcome this fear. So this is how alhamdulillah I have coped up. Now I'm much better. I can cross the road easily. Even I can cross the road without pedestrian bridge. I can cross it directly, although it is not ethically right, but I do it just because I have overcome that fear.
Well, I want to add one thing. Most of
Sure.
us and most of the people want to bring change in their self or in yourself. but the people around you do not let you to go for change. So I suggest you, whenever you bring change in yourself, then you should not tell to anyone else. First do it, then tell others. This is my personal point of view.
Yes, you're right.
So
You're right.
people always stop people always stop you to do something new. They
Okay,
don't want to see you ahead.
did you all get a chance to speak?
Hi, ma'am Maha. How are you?
Hi, Maha. I
Did
need to
you?
leave. I need to
Hi,
beg
hi.
leave
My
now.
internet connection is really bad, so I'm calling back.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
Maha.
Thank you so much for staying with us,
Thank you.
Mr. Tusi. It was really nice having you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you
so
for
much.
letting
Thank you
me
for
touching point
leading
into
the
the
conversation.
experience. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a great evening. All right. So my internet connection is like really bad. That's why I was saying at the back end, I am going to be posting a next topic. Would you all get to talk about which is worse, failing or not trying?
Definitely
Not that.
not trying is worse.
So did you all get a chance to speak about it? Haroon and I know
Yes,
Arsalan did. Adil and Haroon, did you speak about it?
Yeah, ma'am, sure.
we
Yeah, I got chance.
unanimously agreed on that topic.
Ma'am,
I know we agreed, but did we talk about it? That's the question. Did we all give our point of view?
yeah. Ma'am,
Haroon,
I think
Yeah,
we
we
should
got the
add. I
chance.
think we should.
Go ahead, brother.
you all got a chance?
Ma'am, I think
Yeah,
we
we
should
all
add
got
the.
the chance.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, think we should add the word failure in our dictionary. We cannot avoid
Why?
this word. We, because failure is a part of life. We should do.
Yeah.
If you don't get failed, then how you can bring new ideas in your life?
Mhm.
So there can't be any win-win situation. Win-win situation can never be exist anywhere. Every person do mistake. Every person, where we get new ideas from mistake or problems. Ideas, we generate ideas from problems instead of victories. So we should always trying until unless we get succeeded. So definitely, we should uh, try to do new things. I should get up ourselves from comfort zone.
All right. So I've got a new topic over here. It's who has had the greatest impact on your life? So we'll have Haroon speak first, then Arsalan, and then Adil. Okay. So Haroon, Arsalan, and Adil. Haroon, go ahead. Who has had the greatest impact on?
Go ahead, Harun. This is your
I
take.
I couldn't
Your
understand. I
turn.
couldn't hear the question. I
The
was trying
question
to
is
put.
who has had the greatest impact on your life? I mean, who is your ideal personality, whom you follow a lot, whom has created a lot of impact on your life? So this is the question basically.
Can I just say something here?
Yeah, it's different,
Arsalan,
In
Yes,
different
ma'am.
sorry.
times, in different edges of time, I had the different people.
Hello. Hello. Can I just add
Hello?
something here? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please.
Now, Arsalan explained it in a nice way, but I would just like to add a little point of view here. A person who has had the greatest impact on your life is not necessarily somebody you look up to or is your idol. Okay?
I know.
Yes.
Yes, yes, you're
So
right.
not necessarily somebody who has, who you're inspired by or you look up to. Maybe it was a person who did something really bad, but that caused a great impact on you to become better.
Agree.
Exactly.
So
So that's
think of
what I
it.
was telling, that I had different person in my life in different times, different edges of time. It depends. When I was in grade 5 or 6, I was thinking to someone else who was my favorite, who was my role model. But when I was in grade 10, I was thinking for someone else. And different timings, they were different. But usually I used to follow one of my cousin. He was also working in the same field I am. because before it wasn't my field. My field was IT. I started in ICS, and then I was thinking for web developer, web designer kind of thing. But I was pretty inspired with the hospitality field, the restaurant, the hotel. Due to that, I came in this field because one of my cousin who was in this field, and he usually used to talk about his experiences, his things, what happened to him today, what was going around. So I was pretty inspired by him, and also at home he usually tell me how to lead a life, how to go on, how to deal with people, how to deal with this kind of subject, how to deal with this kind of people. So usually he was my hero. He was my person I used to follow, and even now I'm in a practical life. I am doing a restaurant field. I have my own restaurant now. But before I was working in restaurants, I started as a waiter. The backup boy. Maybe none of you know about that, but it's the kind of person who wipes the glasses and plates. And after the graduation in computer, I went to wipe the glasses just because of inspiration of my cousin who was in field, who was actually managing a restaurant. So later on,
That's
I
wonderful.
increase. After waiter, you become a supervisor, manager, associate, assistant, and then general manager, kind of that. So inspiration was actually his honesty. He was pretty honest to his work. He was pretty much honest to people around him. He was pretty much honest to us. So that was the main thing. I actually follow him because of his honesty. And usually I used to tell the guys working with me, now I have like 40 staff in my, I have two restaurants, and in both of them I have 40 plus staff. 40 is a kind of staff who is actually regularly basis stick to me, stick to my restaurants. But I have some outsourced staff as well. The guys who come this week, maybe not next week, maybe after 1 month, kind of people who was actually carrying the plastic bottles, who are actually taking from the Coke Pepsi tin, and kind of I have more than 50 plus staff if I include them as well. So I usually teach them, just go on honesty, make the honesty is the best policy. Take this sentence and just follow this. You will be successful. And this is all what my cousin told me. This is all what my cousin teach me. So that's why I was following him, and he was the most successful man in his life. He is now even, and the reason is just honesty. So keep on.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So this is now my turn. Are you done? That is all from your side, brother Harun.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That is all from your side. You are done with
Yeah,
the.
it's all from me.
Okay, so your cousin was your the ideal
Yeah,
personality.
exactly. He was the one.
Okay, so he had greatest impact on your life. Okay, as far as I am concerned, first of all, our Prime Minister, Mr. Imran Khan, he
Yeah,
has the greatest impact on my life. Okay, because he is a fighter.
yeah.
You may disagree with me, but this is my
No, no,
point of view.
I totally agree with you.
Okay,
I'm also the
so
follower of him so much, so a fond of him, you can say.
okay, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. We are on the same page. We are on the same boat, at least. So,
Exactly.
our Prime Minister, Mr. Imran Khan, number one, he is my favorite personality. He had greatest impact on my life because he is a fighter. Whenever I am stuck anywhere, I think of him because he teaches us that
He worked for 22 years minimum.
indeed, indeed, indeed.
Yeah.
After winning the World Cup in 1992, he established a Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, a political party. Uh, After 22 years of the creating that party, he
His
came
work.
into
Yeah.
power. He came into power. So he is a quite hard worker. He is a fighter. He especially quotes Tariq bin Ziyad, who was the Barbarian.
Muslim hero.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, he was a Muslim fighter. He belonged to Tunis, I guess. He went to Spain and he
Spain.
burned
Yeah.
burned all his boats, and he conveyed a message to his fellow knights, fellow fighters, fellow warriors that we have burned all the
Stick to your point.
boats, and all the boats now we cannot go back. So he most of the
Yeah.
time quotes that warrior. That's why I
Yeah.
like
We don't
him.
have way back.
I like him. He's a fighter in all areas of our life. I I take inspiration from Mr. Imran Khan first. We have a lot of inspirations in our life. Like sometimes we have our parents, our friends. So if there are different attributes what you admire the most, like if the bravery is concerned, I do have a friend. He is very brave enough. I take inspiration from him. If humbleness is if we are talking about humble, uh, I do have another friend. His name is Salman. He is quite humble. I take inspiration from him. So there are a lot of people I take inspiration from them. uh, when I was in
Exactly.
university, I was a very average student, and I did not have a good skill set. So I did not have a good speaking and good communication skills. I came across with a girl. Okay, I don't want to mention her name, and she taught me a lot. She was a very good friend of mine. She taught me a lot. She taught me how to work in an organization. Okay, so I was the journal secretary of the debating society as well in my university. So we meet a lot of people. We take inspiration from them. But my first and last inspiration is Mr. Imran Khan. So that is all from my side. Now that is your turn, brother. Mr. Adil, add something.
So yeah, sure. Well, as far as myself is concerned, I am, the number of people from those I inspired. First of all, I would like to, appreciate those people who help to other people. As Maha is doing to teaching us even without a single penny. These type of people are my quite favorite. A number of other people, as you can say that uh, ED, that ED and other charitable institutions are working here in Pakistan who uh, making help to people, poor people, and not not and hiding this thing from other people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very much inspired from these people.
Mm-hmm.
The second inspire people are hardworking people. It doesn't matter what are you doing. Maybe you have a you are a laborer, or you have a you might be a manager. It doesn't matter. But how sincere with you, how sincere you are, you how you are sincere with your work. It doesn't matter what you are actually. So I like those people who work hard. In this uh, summer. Uh, People are working for their kids. I'm much inspired from those people. And then on the third side, I'm very much inspired from my university teachers who showed
Mm-hmm.
me the way how can I get success. I'm always think about my teachers and often talk to them So I am doing this, I am doing this. So they are, great. They are great inspiration for me. In the end, for all, it's usual for all your parents, your mother. I am great
Indeed.
fan. I am great. My role model. My mother is my role model because she taught me
Nice.
how you can bring, how can you, handle tough time. Life is about, we all know that life is all about, you know,
Yes,
a
we
number
do.
of problems. But the
Yes.
person who survive in these problems and say thank to Allah and say good time will come, this is the person.
Mm-hmm.
So my mother always encouraged me, good time will come. Problems are part of the life. We cannot escape ourselves from these type of problems. We have to stay with them. These problems come to us to make us, more mature, to learn new things. So I'm not very patient person, but my mother taught me you should be a patient person and try to adopt new things in order to make yourself better than before. So this is all about me.
All right. So you have explained there are a lot of people
Yeah,
who are your inspiration. It
yeah.
was great listening you, brother. So I believe Ma'am Maha is saying her screen has gone blank. So we are about to just wrap up the session. Okay.
Okay,
So that is all from today. Inshallah, we will meet some other time.
okay.
Uh, so okay, brother. That is all from today.
Okay, bye. Allah Hafiz.
Okay,
Okay.
just
Okay, Allah
leave
Hafiz.
the